Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm begging I want on my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models, this is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectre deck. Getting, yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lamb. Out of the historic tunnel, they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guy?
And his first carry, he loses the football. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, That's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On first down, Kaepernick. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
All right, say it with me now. A lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Here we go. Try 38.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Kaepernick again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Lance Kendricks, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out. And the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. Remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The return man, Chris Moore. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Ajayi. And an alley to run. Jay Ajayi's going to go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Ajayi, 71 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. The defense was expecting run. They got it. They just forgot to stop it.
Sometimes execution just wins, doesn't it? And give a lot of credit to the big guys up front, because they knew they were running against a defensive front that was probably overloaded, and they had to find a way to create just a little bit of space, and they ended up creating a lot of space. Off he went.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Caught left side, Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Thomas has got it, complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on, let's go.
Now Kaepernick. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Second and 5, and on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Campanaro on the return. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Well, we got a minute here after that incompletion. What are your Thanksgiving plans this week?
Well, I'm still trying to figure them out totally, but can I tell you what happened pre-Thanksgiving?
Sure.
Okay, in my game this week,
yeah.
I had Minnesota and Los Angeles. So
right.
in pregame, I got bumped into the GM of Minnesota who had a big cup of coffee, splashed all over both of us. I had to work the game in my suit, drenched in coffee. But before the game, I was a little upset about what had happened, so I was upstairs. And one of my colleagues, Max, says to me, he's just standing there, and he knows I don't want to talk. And finally he just looks at me and goes, so what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
That was his default. He had nothing else to go to.
Nothing else to go to. So, Max, I didn't know then, and I still don't know now what my plans are for Thanksgiving.
Well, we know you're prepping. You got a game this week. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Let's go. 1, 9, 3.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
This is Ajayi. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Come on, let's go. 5, 9, 5.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Kaepernick now to throw. And able to find Green. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They run with Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Flacco looks to throw. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Alex Collins that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, selfishly, I'm happy for that incompletion because I wanted to discuss Philadelphia's situation this last week. Jake Elliott, kicker, unfortunately got hurt. They went for 2. They went for it on 4th down. And who was doing the kickoffs for them?
Camus Grugier-Hill, who's a backup outside linebacker. A guy that can flat out run and plays well in special teams. But who knew he had a big leg, a big foot on him as well. So normally you would think that the punter would take over the duties, but the motion of the leg swing is different. I don't think the Eagles wanted to mess with Donnie Jones's leg swing as a punter. Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco. He finds Woodhead out of the backfield. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Flacco dumps it off to Woodhead. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Kaepernick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Packers. Colin Kaepernick with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Passing play, Flacco. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Flacco off play action. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Kaepernick to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. To throw, Kaepernick. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. Jay Ajayi's gonna go. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Ajayi, 62 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They go again with Collins. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. They'll run the counter with Collins. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Flacco from the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly at the 24-yard line. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, Collins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Here's Flacco. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, you're going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Tony McDaniel in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the 2nd half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So that gives us a quick second here, Charles. Did you see last Thursday night the camera angle that they used for a majority of the Steelers-Titans game?
I did, and it had been advertised ahead of time to tune in and check it out. They're going to do the game from that perspective, most of it. And it was a curiosity for a lot of people. I also heard a lot of people who liked it, able to see the way the plays developed. You give more of a view of maybe the line play, things of that nature. And others, they're still saying, I still like the old school view. But I really think we're going to see more and more of that because you do see more of the field.
Yeah, and everyone was calling it the Madden cam because it kind of looked like you were playing a game of Madden.
And rightly so, because that's exactly what it is, the Madden cam.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Time running out here on the play clock. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 2 yards gets him back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Packers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Zadarius Smith in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On now is the Packers punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second down, Flacco now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd down, that's Collins, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And again, it's Collins going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now it's Ajayi. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play clock winding down. They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. They find some open field here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Come on, Let's go.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are pouring it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Here's Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is level. Knocked down hard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. To pass, Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this one through the uprights and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return man now is Danny Woodhead. And now running right through it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Flacco here on second down. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Mackler. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The Ravens on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Flacco over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And that time he's smothered as he's... And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams...
I know you feel that.
Yeah!